On this Independence Day, heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder will be honored in Birmingham in a big way. As you may remember, Wilder brought the first heavyweight title fight to the state of Alabama. Fred Davenport joins us in the studio. Fred, how is the city rewarding Wilder?
Well, John, he is getting a key to the city of Birmingham. Trust me, the key will be bigger than this one that you see here. Actually bigger. About this size. After that, Wilder will throw out the first pitch at the Birmingham Barons baseball game tonight. The Tuscaloosa native put the Magic City in a good spotlight last month. He defended his boxing world title against Eric Molina on Showtime at UAB. Now, the activities will start today at 5, John.
Well, on this Independence Day, heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder will be honored in Birmingham in a big way. As you may remember, Wilder brought the first heavyweight title fight to the state of Alabama. Fred Davenport joins us in the studio. Fred, how is the city rewarding Wilder today?
Well, John, he will throw out the first pitch tonight at the Birmingham Barons game at Regents Field. Wilder will also get the key to the city of Birmingham. The Tuscaloosa native put the Magic City in a good spotlight last month. He defended his boxing world title fight against Eric Molina on Showtime at UAB. Now, the activities will start at 5 o'clock today, John.
Well, thank you, Fred. There is a water rescue underway at some Homewood apartment complex there. Fred Davenport is live at the Rue Maison Apartments at the corner of Lakeshore Parkway and Green Springs Highway. Fred, what is the scene like down there?
Well, John, let me tell you, right here behind me, I just saw a Homewood police officer take an old guy out of his wheelchair and load that guy inside of his police cruiser. What they are doing at the Crescent at Lakeshore, they're going around knocking on doors, telling people to get out of their homes because the creek that's running behind this apartment complex, it is rising fast and it is flowing fast, so they need people to get out. If you live here at the Crescent at Lakeshore, police want you to get out of your homes and go to the BP. The BP is located at the intersection of Lakeshore and Green Springs here in Homewood. And again, like I said, they're telling people to get out. You can see the officer there loading the wheelchair that he had to use earlier to get the guy out of. And loaded that into his car. They're running around. You can also see the fire truck, the firefighters are knocking on doors, again telling people to get out. Casey, pan to your left and let the people at home see what the creek that we're talking about. That's the creek. The water, you know, it's high and it is flowing fast. So what we're going to do is go and see what the situation is like here, John, and we'll give you an update in about 30 minutes or so, or whenever you come back to me.
Well, thank you, Harmony. There is a water rescue underway, we understand, at some Homewood apartments. Fred Davenport is live. He was at the Crescent Lakeshore Apartments about 30 minutes ago. Where are you at now, Fred?
Well, John, I'm right behind that apartment complex where you can see behind me it is Shades Creek, that is. Joining me now live is the fire chief with Homewood's Fire Department, Chief John Bresnan. Good morning to you, sir. Tell me about this operation right now.
Good morning, and the operation we have going on right now is just in anticipation of the waters rising even further. We have some equipment staged in case it's necessary to have, but right now I think us and jointly with the police department have sort of gone door to door to let people know that the water's been rising some and that we anticipate there's a possibility of a problem and try to make arrangements ahead of a real problem.
And this is nothing to play with. The water is flowing fast and it is rising fast.
Yes, it's rising pretty fast, and yes, indeed, it's flowing fast. You can see from the debris moving downstream. It's not something to play in. It's not something to ride the inner tube in or try to swim across or try to walk across at this point. So we encourage people to kind of stay out of the creek, away from the creek, and for those down here that live close to it, to be very cautious about what's going on, pay attention, and make plans to move to higher ground if necessary.
And there was a big flood not too long ago that here at this apartment complex. Can you talk about that and that operation?
Yeah, in that operation, we wound up having to use a boat that we have, a rescue boat, and go door to door to try to help people get across the water. The main concern that you have there is you can walk across to step in a hole, step off a curb or something, and the depth of the water would change dramatically. Plus, the water's always moving very fast, so we're very cautious about how we conduct those operations just to ensure that the boat's secure, that we have control of it all the time, and that we can move our personnel as well as any victims that we're trying to rescue back and forth across the moving water without getting anybody hurt.
All right, thank you, Chief.
Yes, sir.
And just to wrap the story up, they're telling people to, of course, leave the apartment complex and go to the BP, which is at the intersection of Green Springs and also Lakeshore Drive. We're live in Homewood. Fred Davenport, WVTM 13 News.
Well, the National Weather Service is reporting multiple water rescues underway at Homewood in some Homewood apartments. Fred Davenport is live at the scene where we've had him there for the last hour. Are things improving there, Fred?
Yes, it is, John. And in fact, as you can see, there's no more rain coming down here at this apartment complex. I did talk to Homewood Fire Chief. He did say to me earlier that the operation is over with. They've got most of the people out of this apartment complex that they could. This is what behind me is what they were concerned about. It's Shades Creek. And as you can see, the water is rising fast and it is moving quickly. And right now we were told by Homewood Police is that there is a shelter open at Homewood Cumberland Presbyterian Church, and they want everyone that has left this apartment complex, the Crescent and Lakeshore apartment complex, to go to that shelter if you need somewhere to stay for the day or just to get yourself dried off, that is. But as of now, everyone is gone from this apartment complex and everything is looking good right now. And like I said, there's no more rain, John.
Excellent. Well,